They say, just be yourself, as if it were simple. But what if being yourself is the very thing you fear the most? What if your true self is buried under years of expectations, conditioning, and pain? And what if the burden of authenticity is heavier than the comfort of pretending? In a world obsessed with performance, being yourself sounds like rebellion. We're told to express, to own our identity, to be real. But few of us realize that we've never truly met ourselves. Not really. We've become fragments. A persona for the family, a mask for work, a filter for the internet. A version of ourselves that others will find acceptable, likable, useful. The idea of being authentic has been hijacked. And now, when we try to return to who we are, it hurts. From early childhood, we learn that being ourselves isn't always safe. We're praised when we're quiet, punished when we're loud, rewarded for compliance, rejected for honesty. So, we adapt. We become who we need to be loved. That's how the false self is born. A carefully crafted persona that fits in, pleases others, avoids rejection. Carl Jung called it the persona, a necessary mask, but one that can become a prison. We begin to forget where the act ends and the truth begins. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Ralph Waldo Emerson. But no one tells you that becoming yourself again will feel like breaking apart. Self-discovery is not romantic. It's not a perfectly lit morning routine. It's grief. It's rage. It's silence. It's peeling off the layers of who you thought you were and sitting with what's left. You'll lose people. Friends who only loved the version of you that played small. Family who can't handle your truth. Society which punishes anything outside the norm. This is the burden of being yourself. It costs you everything that isn't real. But what you gain is something priceless. Carl Jung spoke of the shadow, the hidden, repressed parts of our psyche, the parts we deny, jealousy, rage, selfishness, lust, pain. But they don't disappear. They rot in the basement of your mind until they seep out in ways you can't control. Shadow work isn't about fixing yourself. It's about reclaiming your wholeness, acknowledging every part, not just the pretty ones. You integrate the anger, the fear, the wildness, and in doing so you become real. Wholeness is messy, but it's the only place where peace lives. Being yourself doesn't mean being accepted by all. It means being misunderstood by many. You'll feel lonely. You'll question yourself. You'll be tempted to go back, to blend in, to be liked, to be small. But then you'll remember you are dying in that cage. Authenticity doesn't guarantee love, success, or happiness. It guarantees freedom. The kind of freedom that lets you breathe deeply, even if no one else claps. And that is enough. The burden of being yourself is heavy, but the weight of pretending is unbearable. You didn't come here to be liked. You came here to be real, to live truthfully, even if your voice shakes, to reclaim the parts of you that were exiled just to survive. So start where you are. Remove one mask. Speak one truth. Grieve one lie. And with time you'll find the burden becomes a blessing, because there is nothing more powerful than a soul, unedited. If this message stirred something in you, share it. Someone else out there is carrying this same burden in silence, and they need to know they're not alone. Subscribe to A Beautiful Ache for more deep, cinematic stories about the human experience. And remember, you are not broken. You are becoming.